Hey guys, welcome back to the Buzz Party channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable little cushions, a ghost and a little bat, which are perfect for decorating for Halloween. These little cushions are so easy to make, and they're actually made of felt, which is a really forgiving material to work with, especially if you have older kids who want to help you out and create some fun decorations for the bedroom, for the home, for this season. This is a great craft activity to do with the kids. So the first thing that I did was to trace out my little bat template onto some black felt, and I used 2 sheets of A3 black felt for this cushion. For the white cushion you see later on, I made it a little bit smaller, so I just used a couple of A4 sheets, but for the bat one, 2 A3 sheets. And I'll be sure to leave the link down in the description box for the printable DIY instructions that you can download from my blog, and also the link to the templates that I am using, which is actually part of our cute candy corn printable collection, and I'll be sure to leave the link down in the description box so you can have the same templates. And once you cut out your templates, I'm using chalk because of the black felt is difficult to see, so this is what I had at home. Obviously if you have a different colored felt that is a little bit lighter, you can just use a fabric pen to draw your template. Once I drew the little face, I just took some white embroidery thread and I doubled up, as you can see here, and we're going to be using a back running stitch to draw the little face on. I find that this is the best method for drawing things onto felt, with the embroidery thread. It gives you much more precision than if you're just doing a straight running stitch, going forward. I find this is really easy also to write letters on, so if you wanted to write some Halloween messages you could, and it's basically really easy. The kids love it. My daughter loves doing this as well, and basically just do straight stitch along the lines that you have drawn. And once you've done that for the little face, you just take out your sewing machine, or you can do this part by hand as well, and you can just use a straight running stitch to go all the way around your 2 pieces of felt to create your cushion, obviously leaving a little bit of a gap where you'll be able to stuff the cushion with some polyfill later on. So here I am using my sewing machines a little bit fast, just so that you don't get bored watching me do this, and you leave a little gap as you saw, then you go back in and finish it off, and that little gap will allow us to fill the cushion later on. And once you finish sewing a little cushion, you're just going to turn the cushion inside out so that you've got the little face facing outwards, and take the end of a paintbrush or the handle of a wooden spoon and push out all the little corners and all the little pieces that you have sewn, all the little edges and all the little pointy bits, to make sure that you have a really nice shape to your cushion. So once you've finished doing that, just take some of your polyfill and stuff your little cushion. If you want a cushion to be soft, then don't fill it too much. If you want a more rigid shape and something that retains its shape a little bit better, then really fill it up to the brim. And you can get polyfill at your local craft store, local haberdashery store, or you can use the stuffing from an old pillow, an old cushion, or even an old plush toy. Now to sew the little gap shut, you're going to be using just regular black thread, and you're going to be doing a ladder stitch or an invisible stitch. And the idea here is to sew from side to side, as you can see, in a parallel motion. So you're running the stitch parallel to the opening, so you go from left to right, as you can see me doing here, and when you pull the thread, you will see they will disappear inside the stitching. So make sure that you've got this motion going so that you can't see the stitching. And then when you get to the end, you just go through the stitches and do a couple of little knots to make sure the whole thing is secure in place, and then you just pass the thread through the body of the cushion, and then you cut it so they will disappear inside the cushion. So there you have it, your little back cushion, which is so adorable. And basically it's the same technique for the little white ghost, the little felt cushion. And for that one I used, like I said, a couple of A4 sheets, which is basically an A3 sheet of felt folded in half. And then once again I traced my little template, and because I was using white felt this time, I just used a water based fabric pen, and I just traced my template out. Like I said, I'll be leaving the link down in the description box for you, so you can get the same templates that I used here. And here I wanted to show you guys a little close-up of the decorations that we're using for our little cushions, using the back stitch, like I said. This time for my little white felt little ghost cushion, I'm using a black embroidery thread. As you can see, it's the same principle that we used for the bat, but you know, this is a little closer so you can understand the stitching a little bit better. So you go back on the stitch and use the previous stitch as a guide to insert your needle, and basically you do that for all the little face of the little ghost and the bat as well, for the eyes, for the mouth, with this technique. It's really easy and it's really child friendly as well. So when you finish doing that, just go turn the little piece around and do a couple of knots, not too tightly so that you don't pull the thread through the felt, and just snip that off, and voila. I'm just going to show you how I did the little mouth as well, and the stitches that go across the perpendicular to the mouth, so that you see that you don't have to cut the thread each time. You can just do them you know, in a sequence, and it's really easy as well. You just need a longer piece of thread. And once you've finished decorating the front of your little cushion, it's basically the same principle of putting a cushion together that we used for the little bat. So once you've done that, the decoration, you just stitch the two parts together, stuff it, and you have your little adorable little Halloween ghost. There you have it, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and feel inspired to recreate these adorable little cushions at home, with or without your kiddos, this Halloween. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like this kind of content, and obviously subscribe to the channel for more fun and DIYs and craft ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.